We have one more form of a line to talk about, and that's called the standard form of the equation of a line. So standard form has this pattern: capital A x plus capital B y is equal to C, where A, B, and C are integers. So integers are whole numbers, positive and negative. And A is non-negative. I'm just going to say that A is non-negative. So that means for the most part that it's positive or zero. The equations of all lines can be written in standard form. So just to repeat, point slope form, which we studied last unit, is going to be y minus y1 is equal to m, open parentheses, x minus x sub 1, where the ordered pair x sub 1, y sub 1 is a point on the line, and m is the slope. And the first form we studied, which was slope-intercept form, where it's solved for y, the equation is solved for y, so y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So you kind of see that we've got these three different patterns. In the first one, x and y are on the same side. There are no fractions. A is positive. In point slope form, you have y minus and then equals m and then the parentheses with x minus x sub 1. So that has a look of that. And then slope-intercept form, where it's solved for y. And you use them all for different reasons. So let's get used to moving back and forth between these different types of equations of lines. Example 1 says a line passes through the point negative 4, 1 and has a slope of negative 3/4. Write its equation in, and you need to know what point slope form looks like. So it's got a point and the slope, and then transform it later, second, into standard form. So we're going to begin with point slope form. So we're going to say y minus the y value, which is 1. So this is my x sub 1, y sub 1, and here's my m, is equal to negative 3/4, open parentheses, x minus a negative 4, which is going to make it b, plus 4. Now, we have fractions involved, and you really do have an option. If you choose to, you can distribute first. All the problems we're going to be looking at distribute pretty nicely, or you can eliminate the fraction first, your choice. Let me just show you what it would look like to eliminate the fraction first on this. So I have a denominator of 4, so I'm going to multiply through all my terms by 4, and that's going to give me 4y minus 4 is equal to, when I multiply 4 times negative 3/4, the 4's cancel, and I'm left with negative 3. Now notice that this 4 is not going to move inside the parentheses. So it's just going to multiply to the front of it. And the way it's going to get into the parentheses is now I'm getting ready to distribute in this next step to get rid of my parentheses, because you see standard form does not have any parentheses. So I want to get rid of the parentheses next. And so I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to have 4y minus 4 is equal to negative 3x minus 12. So my parentheses are gone. Now I need to have my x and my y on the same side. So I'm going to then, next, I'm going to add my 3x to both sides. So I'm going to add it over, put it out front there. And at the same time, I'm going to get my constant to the other side because I'm running out of room. So I'm going to put plus 4 and plus 4. So this is going to make 0. This is going to become 0. And I'm then going to be left with 3x plus 4y is equal to negative 12 plus 4 is negative 8. So I've achieved standard form. I have no fractions. My x and y are on the same side, and my x is positive. So I'll put a box around that. So there it is in standard form. All right, so then let's go to the next one. Here I have an example 2. A line has a slope of 3/5, so there's my m, and a y-intercept of 0 3/2. So remember, y-intercept is a special point that's on the y-axis, and if it's on the y-axis, the x is 0. Write its equation in slope-intercept form, and then in standard form. So in slope-intercept form, I'm going to have y is equal to the slope, which is 3/5 times x. I have the x there. And then the y-intercept is, so my b is 3/2. So this is my b right there. So now I want to change it to standard form. So that means that I need to get rid of my fractions. So I'm going to multiply through, and I've got to multiply through by a number that is big enough that both 5 and 2 will divide into it. So I can't multiply by a 5 because 2 doesn't go into it. Can't multiply by 2. I'm going to multiply through by 10. So multiply through by 10, and that's going to give me 10y. When I multiply 10 times 3/5, I get 10 divided by 5. I'm going to do my division first. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, and 2 times 3 is 6. So this is going to become 6x. Then multiplying here, 10 times 3/2, I get 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 5 times 3 is 15, so plus 15. So I've eliminated my fractions. So now I need to have my x and y on the same side. So I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. So that goes away. And I end up here with negative 6x plus 10y is equal to 15. So let's bring this over here. And I'm going to copy it down. Negative 6x plus 10y is 15. Now, there's one more thing that I've got to accomplish. No fractions, x and y on the same side, constant on the other. However, my x is negative. So I need to multiply through by negative 1, so that now I will have a positive 6x minus 10y is equal to negative 15.